All right.
So
well, we'll have Dr. Wallach any second here. We're going to be talking about his new book, Epigenic, and I don't. So make sure you communicate with the studio, Marianne, and then talk to me on Facebook so I know we've got Dr. Wallach, because I've only got a half an hour with him, and I don't want to take any chance of taking any of his time. He's written this new book, Epigenetics. John, what do you think about Dr. Wallach thus far in your career of being an unbelievable guy in nutrition, not talking company specific, just Dr. Wallach's message?
I've set everything I've learned aside, and I just do Dr. Wallach. I apologize to the world for being narrow-minded, but I've never felt better in my life. I'm 66 years old. I can run circles around anybody 20 years younger. I feel fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Wallach.
And
that's it.
Not
That's
only
all I got to say. You want another? I mean, ask me another question.
Well, the beautiful thing about that is so many people out there have so many things going on that they think is incurable. And it's something that they've learned to live with, chronic disease. And it is such a crock because, A, they cover up the pain with prescription medication. They never treat the disease. And I'm on a mission in my life, my personal life, to have people understand that they should take the nutrition before they get those debilitating diseases so they never have to deal with that. Would you agree with that, John?
Yeah, and Doc has the two hands of God, left and right, and that is a proper diet, and there's no way around that. I mean, even with Doc's 90 for Life, his 90 essential nutrients, if you take that and you're eating bad foods, and bad foods are real simple. You're eating gluten, which destroys your intestines. You have carbonated beverages, which means you can't digest anything. You have oils, and I know it's going to drive people nuts. I can't have olive oil, coconut oil. No, sorry, they're rancid. They suck the oxygen out of your body. They're a mess. And a couple of other simple things, nitrates and stuff like that. You just do what this man tells you, and you will transform your life. And that, for many people, means staying alive.
And basically all that garbage that we're putting in our body is leaching the nutrients away from us, right, John? We're kind of speeding. We think we're eating and getting healthier. We're getting full, but we're also getting sicker, right?
Well, take obesity, Tom. I mean, obesity is so simple. Obesity exists because people overeat. Why do they overeat? Because they are attempting to acquire the right quantity and quality of nutrition. And because they're eating junk, they eat more and more and more and more and more and more. They're never going to get that nutrition out of the garbage they're eating. And so we have an obesity epidemic. And we ain't seen nothing yet. And I have been an obese person most of my life. So this is from the horse's mouth. Thank you very much.
And what everybody needs to know, and we love this guy because he's been on the road 300 days a year for the last 20 or so years. That's unheard of. I mean, think about yourself. Have you ever done, no matter what you're passionate about in your life, even if it's your job, have you ever been on the road 300 days a year for 30 years straight? Isn't that crazy, John?
Well, I think he comes home to get the laundry done.
If that.
I don't know if Dr. Malan does laundry, but, I mean, it's an incredible commitment. And the thing to realize is that over these, I don't know how many years, Tom, 30 or 40 years, and I just finished, you'll be pleased to know, writing Richard Renton's chapter today, which gave me even more. I mean, I'm getting a dose of the history of this company, the adversity that this man and his son and daughter-in-law and the people who put this company together grew it out of is extraordinary. I mean, I hate you know this one. We've been through this many times, you and I can't stand it. That adversity is what creates really greatness, real success in people. It develops character. It makes people strong. It has them realize that they need to rely on a higher power, not just themselves. The adversity these people went through And Doc went through. I mean, Doc watched his wife die, and needlessly, and he made a breakthrough discovery that should have changed the way medicine approaches disease, and got fired for the privilege. Not only fired, but he became unemployable instantly. Nobody would touch him. He was the hot potato. He was the whistleblower. But he blew the whistle on modern medicine. Mama.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And all of you, you know me. I am a stand for everything. I mean, I believe that people are devoid of health, they are devoid of time, they are devoid of money, and they are devoid of hope. And if you listen to Dr. Wallach, and don't listen to him from Tom Chenault, John Fogg, Marianne Niehaus trying to sell you something. Think about the stand that you could be for your children, for your parents, for your grandparents. There is a chance for you to step up to the plate and really add some meaning to your life, because the responsibility that you could take on is saving your complete inner circle. And once your complete inner circle is saved, and everybody's got something going on, money, time, health, or whatever it might be, once that circle is saved, that expands to those people's inner circle, and the next thing you know, it is under control and you're saving lives. This book, Epigenetics, is a bestseller already. It just came out. It followed Dead Doctors Don't Lie and about 25 other books that he's written. And this will be the biggest of them all. We've got him with us now, Dr. Joel Wallach, famous from 250 million copies of Dead Doctors Don't Lie in circulation, the pioneer of liquid nutrition and colloidal minerals on the planet, the best naturopathic doctor in the world, and right here, right now with us. Hello, Dr. Wallach. How are you?
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Tom. Just got done with a lecture here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and so I'm glad to be with you now. Kind of a change of pace.
Well, it's unbelievable. We've got about 16 minutes to pull this thing off, Doc. But I want to get right to epigenetics and tell people about the book, why it's important, why they need to buy it right now, and where to buy it.
Well, first of all, Tom, people need to know that the halls of science are filled with thousands of failed medical theories. So diseases are caused by evil spirits, by the balance of the four humors, little gods sitting on planets directing your life, the astrology stuff, sorcerers, the panacea, the fat theory, where saturated fat was bad for you. Read the cover article June 23rd, 2014. It says the theory that oils are good for you is over. Eat more butter. I've been saying that. You know me for a long time, Tom. I've been saying that for 36 years. And finally, it's catching up, and the theory that oils are good for you and saturated fat is bad is dead. That theory is another dead theory. And also, the genetic theory is dead now. There's not a single disease that's transmitted genetically, and the new word is epigenetics. I knew that back in the 50s, back in the 60s, back in the 70s, when they discovered the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis in monkeys that couldn't have a human genetic disease in an animal. It turned out to be a very simple disease. It's caused by nutritional deficiency of selenium, the trace mineral during pregnancy, not genetic. And the word epigenetics is defined as your genes and your DNA and RNA requiring nutrients to fulfill their potential. In other words, we all have the potential to live well beyond 200. The reason why our average lifespan here in America is like 72 to 78, depending on whose number you use, we're not giving our genes, our DNA, and RNA the raw materials they need to maximize their genetic potential for longevity and health, intelligence, and survival, and so forth. It's just like a car. If you have a car, you're a car man, and if you have a car that can go 300,000 miles if you change the oil and do all the maintenance, instead of putting 6 quarts of high-grade oil in your car, you put 6 quarts of dirt from Texas, and they're hoping there's some oil in it because it's Texas dirt. That car might not go the distance that you get out of a single tank of gasoline. It might not go 400 miles, yet it had the potential to go 300 $300,000, you did all the maintenance and did the oil instead of Texas dirt. Well, we have to be smarter than the average bear if we're going to maximize our potential for genetics to get us to long life and health. And that's what the word epigenetics means. You're going to support your genes, your DNA and RNA with all the raw materials they need to maximize their genetic potential for health and longevity. Well, so the genetic theory is another failed theory. The genetic theory is that celiac disease is transmitted by genetics. In the book, Epigenetics goes over the history of this, but it also gives you a very clear idea what diseases you can prevent, what disease you can reverse by supplementation. Type 2 diabetes is a simple deficiency of a single mineral. We've known that for 70 years. And you've been with me long enough. You know people yourself that you have helped get off their diabetic medication and go back to a normal life. We do this thousands of times a week. It's very, very simple stuff. The same way with cartilage in your knees and hips. Doctors say you can't regrow cartilage. We do this all the time. Been doing it for 36 years. The reason why we're interesting now is because the Affordable Health Care Act turns out to be very costly for the user, and people are losing their jobs, they're losing insurance.
Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc, I talked this way.
Is your money manager giving you safety and security? Wouldn't you like to make your money work harder for you? Then you should consider joining PhilsGang.com, where thousands of individual investors have successfully profited.
This year I'm up 60% on my portfolio. Following your system has been fantastic. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I've been in the business for a long time, and you're really one of the best I've ever heard.
Well, I just want to let you know what a great teacher you are.
For over a decade, PhilsGang.com's Phil Grandy and Donald Cogswell have been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members.
I want to thank Donnie for market wrap. I bought 2,500 shares of AUI and sold it this morning at $820 profit.
Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Summertime is save big time at Herbal Healer Academy. Long-term customers know summer is the time to stock up at herbalhealer.com. And for new customers, welcome to the web's best place to save on vitamins, minerals, and more. Log on for summer specials, including all sizes of colloidal silver, colloidal minerals, and intestinal freedom on sale. Choose from Herbal Healer's great variety of weight loss products like apple cider vinegar, Hoodia, and Metabolic Complex and Pro-Metabolic, all on sale now. Also, the anti-parasite intestinal freedom and Wormwood Plus Complex, plus Stevia liquid sweetener and the super enzymes, all on sale for summer at herbalhealer.com. As always, we offer certificate correspondence courses in natural medicine. Enjoy same-day shipping and free online newsletter. Log on now to herbalhealer.com and look for summer specials to save big with our nation's leader in supplying quality natural medicine and education since 1988. Herbal Healer Academy.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, you can now purchase a one-of-a-kind product not available anywhere else, a meatless burger dry mix in 4 delicious flavors. With our new Oregon Trail Foods vegan burgers, all you do is add water and fry. They need no refrigeration. They're packaged in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber for a long shelf life. They're non-GMO. They're gluten, soy, nut, and chemical-free, but they're loaded with flavor and a good source of carbs and protein, yet low in sodium. Flavors include Italian, spicy Mexican, Mexican, 6 vegetable, and black bean olive. Go to 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010 and order today. Eat them every day, take them camping, or save them for an emergency. Check them out at 30dayfoodsupply.com and click on the vegan burger icon. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com, where all of our products are produced in Oregon by Oregon Trail Foods. 30dayfoodsupply.com.
We've got Dr. Joel Wallach with us. He's talking about his book, Epigenetics. The link is on my Facebook page, drjwallach.com. Go there, call him, but you need to own this book. It is important that you own this book, Epigenetics, and it is at drjwallach.com. Back to you, Dr. Wallach. I think everybody needs this book. John Milton Fogg, I mean, what do you think of it? What do you think about it? Why is it so important that people own this book?
Well, the whole business of genes, etc., which Doc has just unraveled, and you know, the health and nutrition, the products that we need to extend our lives. I'm not all. I have to admit, I am nowhere near all the way finished with the book. I just get stuck and start thinking about, you know, almost every page.
Yeah, it is profound. So, Dr. Wallach, back to you again. You were talking about why it's so important and where we are. We've only got about 3 minutes left. Tell me, I mean, people are dying out there. We've got to get this book out to mainstream world immediately so this disease and this trend stops, right?
That's exactly right. We have the capacity to live well beyond 200, disease-free. I haven't been to a doctor in 68 years. I've never been on prescription medication. Everything is perfect. If everybody were like me medically, the medical system would be real humble here in America, believe me. And so the goal here is to add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. Even better yet, as you were pointing out, your relatives, your kids, your loved ones, your grandkids, nieces, and nephews, you add 25 to 50 healthier years of their life, you've done something good. And so it's imperative you get this book, Epigenetics, and you'll learn details. You'll have the research and all the references, drop-dead research, double-blind studies on how to reduce your risk of Alzheimer's disease by 80%, how to eliminate congestive heart failure, how to eliminate type 2 diabetes, how to regrow cartilage. You don't need joint surgery. You don't need to be on insulin. You don't need to be in a nursing home because you have dementia and Alzheimer's disease. You just have to give your genes the raw materials they need to support, promote, maintenance, repair of these genes to maximize their genetic potential for health. And we're missing these things in our food. You must supplement. And the book goes through all the failed medical theories, not all of them, but hundreds of them, and then tells you why you need to do this, what to do for over 900 different diseases. I'm very excited about this book. We purposely had it published by a publishing company. It's our first non-self-published book, and it is going crazy out there because they're working hard to sell it. And the people are finding it extremely useful in getting rid of diseases they have. You have to appreciate that this is a book that's going to save lives. This is a book that's going to save America. Epigenetics, again, is replacing genetics. Genetic is another one of the failed medical theories. It is drop-dead failed. Epigenetics, again, means you're going to give your genes, your DNA, and your RNA all the raw materials they need to maximize their potential for health, for longevity, for intelligence, for quality of life. You must have this information. This is the newest information, and it's going to be wild here in the next 6 months to a year because there's going to be hundreds of books and programs coming out on epigenetics, and we just happened to know about it during the 50s. We demonstrated it with Marlon Perkins in the Center for the Biology of Natural Systems with 20,000 autopsies. The book that's in the Smithsonian Institute is a national treasure. Very, very proud of these things. But this book, Epigenetics, takes the information why the muscular dystrophy foundation fired Jerry Lewis when we gave him the cure for muscular dystrophy. We gave him the cure for muscular dystrophy. He took it to the muscular dystrophy foundation. They fired Jerry Lewis. The medical institutions are terrified of epigenetics because they know that their theories have been a failure and people will know it and they just can't tolerate being wrong.
Well, I am excited that you're making this stand, and this is your chance to fight back. Go to drjwallach.com. Buy this book. What's that?
drjwallach.com.
Yeah, drjwallach.com. You guys buy that book. You're going to be able to save. You're going to be able to make a stand for your family, for your community, for your state, for your country, and for your world. Never before have you been able to make that kind of difference. But Dr. Wallach has given you the ability to basically be that physician's assistant and that tour guide to take this message to the world. Take it seriously. Make a stand. Get off that gluten. Get after this nutrition and take your life back. Right, Doc?
Exactly right. This gives you power. It's biblical, Tom. You know that. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You get the knowledge in the book, Epigenetics. Of course, the subtitle we haven't even talked about yet. The subtitle is The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission.
It's unbelievable. Everybody needs to buy it. They need to buy it right now. We love you, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for coming on. We're going to keep this thing going. We're going to bring you back in a couple of weeks. We'll bring you back with Steve Wallach or with Dr. Glidden, somebody, but we are going to keep the heat on. Thanks a million for coming on the show, and you hug everybody for me. We did a big meeting.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
I couldn't believe it. Someone recently asked me if I had a facelift because I'm looking so much younger. I was stunned. How would that make you feel? It's because of my new anti-aging lotion that lifts, firms, and has dramatically reduced my crow's feet. You know you're ready to look younger. So call now and receive a GCN special offer. 1-844-500-0815. That's 1-844-500-0815. Or visit faceliftlotion.com.
If you need to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, thank you, or simply I'm thinking of you, ProFlowers.com is the key. ProFlowers has stunning bouquets, like the best-selling 100 blooms for $19.99. Plus, ProFlowers will include a glass vase for free. Sending someone a wonderful surprise of beautiful flowers sent fresh from the field is easy. Choose the bouquet you like, pick the delivery date, and each order is 100% guaranteed. Plus, all bouquets from ProFlowers are guaranteed to last at least 7 full days. Beautiful, fragrant flowers, picked fresh and sent to your loved one for lasting enjoyment. To get this incredible savings and send someone 100 gorgeous blooms with a free vase for $19.99, go to ProFlowers.com. Click the blue microphone in the top right corner and enter code PLOW. That's ProFlowers.com. Click the mic and enter code PLOW.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the total transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now. 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595. That's 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
It's Tom Chenault. It's John Milton Fogg. That was Dr. Joel Wallach. We're waiting for Kevin Thompson. He'll be here any second. You are going to love him as much as you loved Dr. Wallach. The website again for Dr. Wallach's book, drdrjwallach.com. You'll love it. John Milton Fogg, tell me a story. How'd you like Dr. Wallach?
He's always wonderful. You know, I just wish the whole world would pay attention to this man. And it frustrates me, and I know it frustrates you, and it frustrates all of us who deal with him, that more people don't get him and listen and just give it a try. It breaks my heart. No kidding, sometimes. It's a tough one. Because I've just watched what it's done for me, and I brought a new guy in whose mom was really struggling, 7 years of pain. The doctors are telling her she needs a bunch of metal in her knee. There's no way around it. Her cartilage is gone. And she's on the basic products that Doc Wallach recommends for 3 days, and she has no more pain. She's not been like that for 7 years. And she's walking, and she couldn't walk before. I mean, it's like, hello, come on, please, just try it. So yeah, I guess I got to get a lot better at persuading people, Tony.
Yeah, well, and the name of the game is it's attraction, not promotion. So you can't persuade people that don't want to be persuaded. You can't take responsibility for that because you can make yourself crazy doing that. And I don't want you to be crazy, John. I love you too much.
I'm already crazy. That's not.
Yeah, I think so too. The name of the game is for you and I just to be a beacon of nutrition, health, hope, money, and time, and letting people know that there is an alternative to corporate America, traditional medicine, all the things that we're all brainwashed to think is the only game in town. Would you agree with that?
I would, sir.
So we're going to have Kevin Thompson here any minute. I don't know what happened to him. We must have got our signals crossed, but he was on Bloomberg News last week talking about this Herbalife, Bill Ackman, the hedge fund guy problem. And I really love Kevin Thompson because he's out there, he's opinionated, but he's not this little talking head for the MLM industry. He is out there talking about what really is so and what we need to do as a profession to make sure we all do stay in business and not kill the goose that laid the golden egg. So that's a very good thing. And when we get him back, when we get him on here, it will be great. But inside of that, John, I mean, other than the new deals that are pyramid schemes and the normal fodder, what do you think about the state of the union of network marketing these days?
Oh, Mama. You know, since I've been so immersed in my writing project that I'm doing, and with the company that I'm with, I've really pulled back from seeing much of the big picture. I get most of my news from either Rod Cook or Ted Newton as to what's going on out there. I know that in the conversations I'm having with network marketers, the challenges are still pretty much the same as they've been for years. And it comes down not to a whole lot having to do with the profession or the industry, badly named industry, but it comes down to people's ability or not to get over themselves. And by that I mean those things that prevent us from comfortably speaking to people in an honest and authentic way and making a compelling offer, at least just to take a look. You know, once somebody takes a look, Tom, if they say no, that's fine with me. But it's the getting past that closed listening that so many people have. And that's not a network marketing phenom. That's a human phenom. You know, you try and get people to try. I mean, are you a fan of sushi?
Of course.
Well, have you ever tried to get people to try sushi who've never tried it and get an absolute closed, they ain't touching it?
They won't touch it with a 10-foot pole, John. There's no doubt about it. That's a good call.
Yeah, and so I think it's just like that. You know, what do we do about that? And you're very right about attraction rather than promotion. And that has to do, if you're dealing with health products, you better look healthy. Or you can be overweight, but you ought to be 10 or 20 pounds lighter than the last time they saw you. And if you're talking to people about a business opportunity, you can't be moaning and groaning about the bills that you can't pay. You know, you've got to have the excitement. And so really, if you bring network marketing around to what is it that makes success, that creates success, it's the upline leader's ability to create rapid success with the products, with the opportunity, as fast success as they possibly can for their people. Once they get a taste of that, then the pump is primed, the ball is rolling, and inertia is handled. And then it's like, just don't quit. Just stick with it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Marianne, you still out there? What's going on with Kevin Thompson? Do we know anything?
We tried to call him, but we're not getting any answers. So I'm trying to see if I just sent him a text. So I don't know if he got the time zone mixed up or what, but we'll try to get him on here as soon as we can.
These things happen. But Marianne, talk about you a little bit. You're not a John Milton Fogg. You don't have that circle of influence of network marketers. You are just a woman out there that has been grinding it out for 2 or 3 years, trying to make a difference. What do you think about the state of network marketing right now as somebody not making $20,000 a month, somebody that's out there really still at the point where you could quit this and it would be a hiccup to your income, but it wouldn't be the end of your life. Or you could grow this thing 4 or 5 times what you're making right now and turn it into something great. Which way are you choosing to go? Are you still as completely fired up, or are you at the point of throwing it in, or where's your head?
Well, I think, it's one of those things where you talk about it all the time. Every morning you get up and you are just as excited as you were the day before. And that's really where I'm at. I think what I see here, even though I've been grinding it down here for the last couple of years, is I'm seeing continued growth. I'm seeing continued increase in people really wanting to understand the whole profession of network marketing, more so than they've ever wanted to understand it before. And I think that's what's happening because right now I know Longevity is having a tremendous growth, and Dr. Wallach is amazing. But I think the overall profession is having a tremendous growth.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So I'm not throwing the towel in anytime soon, is what I'm saying.
well, I never thought you would throw the towel in ever, and I don't believe you ever will. And what I was trying to get to inside of that is, even though growth can be slow at times, it can be absolutely not happening at times. The journey, even without that spike in growth, is worth it because there's so many components. I don't know where I could go where I'm around more positive people taking their destiny into their own hands, not mad at the world, but willing to step it up than in network marketing. And I think it's such important work because you are giving people to own their life, and that's that simple. So it's crazy.
No, I agree.
And so my goal inside of that is help everybody help themselves no matter what. Did I hear we have Kevin now?
Yes, we do.
Kevin Thompson, how are you?
I'm doing good. I feel so bad. I'm sorry I missed the first segment. I'm
We're still good. We're good to the... You know what? You're doing what's important, and we don't care about that. We love you. Congratulations on Bloomberg. Congratulations on the... You know what I told when I introduced you? I said what I love about you is you are not slanted. I mean, you have been out there saying that we've got to police ourselves or we're going to get policed. We've got to police ourselves or we're going to get put out of business. We've got to be better at what we do and not let the haters have a chance to convict us of being in a pyramid scheme. Just speak to that a little bit, Kevin.
Well, of course, yeah, and thanks for having me on the program. And I tell you, I think the best days for the industry are ahead of it. And there was a time when there was some fear. And for several years, I've been very vocal about the importance of improving because there was a big gray separating good companies from bad. And bad companies can pretend to be good when they weren't. And when they crash and burn, everybody would associate those sins with the rest of the industry. And right now what's happening, that gray is shrinking. So we got really lucky in the Burn Lounge case. I say lucky, I mean the right thing happened, but it could have gone the other way. Burn Lounge case hit in June of 2014, and in that case, the court essentially gave us some really good standards to help us distinguish good from bad. So going forward, what's going to happen, I think you're going to see fewer bad companies launch because there's not much wiggle room anymore. And that's really encouraging. Another thing to be encouraged about is Herbalife has endured a vicious attack for a year and a half, and that was the whole point of me being on Bloomberg. And they're doing really well. Like, essentially, the short seller, the person that shorted the stock and invested $1 billion to Herbalife's failure, he's out of bullets. He has fired everything he has. Herbalife is still standing. And now all we have to do is sit and wait for his equity position to expire, which is in January of 2015. And that whole nightmare is going to be over for Herbalife, unless there's regulatory action, which I don't think is going to happen. So I really think the best days for the space are ahead of it.
Well, I think you're right, and for me, it's really a good thing because it's just one thing about it, it tested us, and everybody saw it happening, so everybody kind of took a look at their policies and procedures and the way they're doing business and basically cleaned up their business a little bit, didn't they, Kevin?
Absolutely. So, I mean, we're seeing that across the board. I mean, this thing with Bill Ackman and Herbalife, it's bad for Herbalife, and don't get me wrong, it's really bad. They're having to suffer through it. But essentially, Ackman has invested in the development of the network marketing industry because everybody else is paying attention, and they're all responding accordingly. So you're seeing more compliance training, you're seeing more compliance enforcement, you're seeing more education, you're seeing better products. You're not seeing as many aggressive pay plans launch out there because people are scared. He's scared off the guys that can't operate on the right side of the law. So it's a good thing. The space has evolved, and it's in a better place today.
Okay, we're going to take a little break. Kevin Thompson is my man. I am telling you, I love the fact that he's not some paid barker. He is looking at this, and he is protecting us. If you need an attorney, Kevin Thompson is your guy. We'll be
On Facebook, on the news, and in conversations with friends, we're bombarded every day with advice on how to be healthier, from gluten-free and non-GMO diets to how much exercise and sleep the body needs. But how much have you heard about alkalizing the body? AlkaVision Plasma pH drops are a holistic and natural way to get your body's pH levels back in balance. Just a few drops in water will help your body rid itself of harmful waste. And even the healthiest of diets can be complemented with your daily use of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops. Who isn't looking for more vibrance, vigor, and energy? Now buy 2 bottles of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops and get $10 off your order. Visit AlkaVision.com or call 800-518-7615. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops are packed with a powerful combination of the most alkaline minerals and compounds. Open the door to greater health, vitality, and zest for life. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health. Call 800-518-7615 or head to AlkaVision.com.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
All right, we are back. It is Tom Chenault. It is John Milton Fogg. It is Kevin Thompson and Mary Ann Niehaus. We've got Kevin Thompson with us. He's protecting our profession by telling us all what we need to do. One of the raps that I've got out there on the DSA is they don't protect distributors. They protect companies, and they stand behind companies in distributor arguments. Is there a place, Kevin, for distributors to start an association whereby the members fight for the distributors instead of the companies, or is that just impossible?
I've got bad news. I think it's impossible. And there are smart minds out there that disagree with that. And I've been outside the DSA before. When I started, I was outside. and I never thought I'd be part of the club. And then I realized that, and they have a lot of influence. And because the reality is these companies are bigger than individual people, and therefore they have a lot more resources, and there's a lot more lobbying power and muscle behind that organization. So I joined, and that was about 3 years ago. So I've got to be careful throwing them under the bus because they'll kick my butt out. Seriously, I'm surprised they even let me in.
So I didn't tell you to say anything bad about them. I was asking you if there was I can say anything bad about them because I don't belong and I have no use for them. But at the same time, my question is that you say there it's just impossible. What you're basically saying is grin and bear it. I'm not going to do that, but we might have to just have nothing.
Well, as far as distributor rights, that needs to be market driven. Like distributors need to learn what provisions in the contract look bad, right? Non-competes, non-solicitations, those sorts of things. But the industry is bigger than termination cases. There are a lot of bad companies out there that terminate people. And what happens, though, is that word gets out. Hey, these guys are kind of mean and unappreciative. Take Monavie, for example. I mean, they were pro-distributor, we love you guys, and they poached all the Amway people. And then they started terminating people the moment they started to leave, right? They started suing people. And that was bad for business. And it was almost like squeezing a bar of soap. The more they squeezed, the more it slipped out of their hands. And they suffered because of that. Now they're doing their new thing, and it's they're doing a relaunch, and they're going to be okay long term. But it's got to be a market driven solution. I don't know if there needs to be a trade association dedicated to distributor rights. If anything, the DSA needs to do a better job of being inclusive of distributors, not just being so myopic on companies, because you do end up with this us versus them mentality. The companies, we do what we can, and those people over there, those distributors are always getting us into trouble, right? That's kind of the way the dynamic is now, and they can do a better job, I think, of opening the doors for distributors, and they just haven't done it.
Now, what about companies? And, there's a lot of people getting beat. Vima's getting beat up a little bit in the press here with the young people and obviously Herbalife. It seems to be a little more prevalent. Do you think that's because of Ackman, or do you think that's because of the companies targeting a demographic that they shouldn't be targeting?
Well, regulators are very sensitive to companies that target affinity groups. And so if you look at the SEC's actions over the past 2 or 3 years, with the exception of Zeek Rewards, they're targeting companies that target affinity groups. CyberKids targeted Chinese people in New York. WCM was Portuguese. Telex Free was primarily Portuguese people. And Herbalife is taking a beating because they have a very heavy Latino Hispanic demographic. And so that's Ackman's thesis right now, is that they prey on these poor, uneducated people. And liberal culture with a liberal regulatory regime right now, they want to protect the little guy. So, it does sort of draw attention to the program. It doesn't mean it's illegal. It's not illegal to have a strategy to penetrate these different markets. But you're going to draw attention.
Well, that's okay. One more thing. I've called you so many times because I get calls. Kevin Thompson's the lawyer, and he endorses this deal. There is a difference between being the lawyer and the lawyer endorsing a company, right?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, I did a video recently where I say just because I've been retained, it doesn't mean I endorse the company. And I'm paying attention to what's happening out there, and there are lawyers being sued right now because their name was being used to lend credibility to various companies. And it's being alleged that they didn't do enough to stop it. Now, I've been in those shoes before. I've seen my name dropped with really bad companies. The reality is, we're like doctors. We see sick patients and we see healthy patients. And sometimes I get a dog for a client. And when my name gets dropped, I hope there's not an issue in the future. And I tell the client I do my best, but it doesn't stop it. Now, I'm being more proactive. When I see stuff on forums pop up or somebody sends me a link, I respond. And I say, I want to be clear. It's because I've represented these folks, it doesn't mean they've got my approval. Because the reality is, when it comes to Ponzi schemes, it's pretty easy now. We can kind of see clearly what's a Ponzi scheme and what's not. When it comes to pyramiding, you know, it's even hard for the lawyers to tell, right? We see the model. We see their best side being presented to us. And then it's up to them to execute the model in the field, to make sure sales happen, to make sure consumers are protected. And it might not be happening. And so we're not in a position to really validate a model one way or the other.
All right. Kevin, we got to go. I hate to do it to you. We missed it because I wish I would have gotten to you. I'm sorry about your child. But I'm going to tell you something. You're welcome back anytime. I am a big fan of Kevin Thompson. If you're looking for an attorney, there's none better. You call me. I'll get you his info. See ya.
If you own a business, you need customers, right? Well, your potential customers are listening to this radio program right now, and I can help you reach them. Hi, I'm Matt Brower, a national marketing executive at the radio network responsible for this program. I can help you customize a national radio campaign that fits your budget, large or small, while targeting your specific audience. Contact me to learn how radio advertising can make your business more profitable. mbrower@gcnlive.com. That's mbrower@gcnlive.com.
Next to water and food, you need a safe, storable fuel supply for your preparedness needs. Spare Fuel is the answer. Spare Fuel can be used in any gas-powered vehicle or generator. Spare Fuel is perfect for any unforeseen out-of-gas emergencies. Unlike gasoline, Spare Fuel is safe to store with your other supplies, and it can be stored for many years. Go to GetSpareFuel.com for special pricing. That's GetSpareFuel.com.
Question: could too many GMO foods and toxins be overloading your digestive and immune systems? Answer: yes. If you're searching for a powerful detox that's gentle enough to use every day, use Pro EM1 from Terraganics. Pro EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic that uses good bacteria to suppress pathogens and gently eliminate toxins from your body. A healthy digestive system will cleanse and remove toxins, support weight loss, improve absorption of food nutrients, and aid in controlling yeast and other infections. Pro EM1 is made with only non-GMO and certified organic ingredients, has no preservatives, and is dairy, soy, wheat, and gluten-free. Pro EM1 is the key to your digestive health. Order Pro EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Terraganics.com, spelled TerraGanix.com, or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Also available through Amazon Prime. Pro EM1 from Terraganics. Life's getting better.